One of the interesting things about Angie Stone is she was almost like a female version of Forrest Gump, if you will, because obviously, um, early days of hip hop would funk you up, and then doing multiple session work, working with a who's who, behind the scenes, from having a hand in early hip hop on Sugar Hill Rockers, a big hand in D'Angelo's career, etc. But something that will really give you the like, wow, she really was on that Forrest Gump trajectory. She had a hand in bringing Mariah Carey to a major label. That's right. You always hear the story about Mariah being background vocalist on Brenda K's Star, and you heard that story. But Angie Stone was there to pushing Mariah to what a major label as opposed to India back in the day. It's amazing the stories of how small a world it is, especially in the black music world, because so often than not, you might see a lot of faces in places, but there's only like a handful of people that really get through the cracks, that really get to that next level. But anyway, this was quite an eye opener that Angie Stone had a hand in Mariah Carey's career. Now seeing the iHeart, and she had tributes, Mumi Long and Tori, I can't think of the last name right now. But anyway, they covered her songs. And they did a good job. Did a good job, you know. Mariah's range and everything. I've been hit and miss with Mariah Carey. I can, that could be a real, however you want to go with it. But we still talking about her. But this is quite a revelation that Angie Stone had a hand in bringing her, because so often than not, you get this Hollywood fancy story, and you get this romanticized story and how this goes, but you really don't understand the behind the scenes of how it really go down. Angie Stone was doing A&R without really being A&R. Had a hand in a lot of stuff, you know. Uh, she just is impactful for a lot of the new Jill neo soul movement, if you will. Roberta Flack was the queen of it. Angie Stone had a big hand in that pot, though. She had a big hand in that pot. She definitely paid some dues. She went through a lot, uh, had to fight left and right. So, it says a lot when you hear these stories, but you never get the honesty truth about who should get the credit for what they really do, and that's the sad part, because Angie Stone really, really paid her dues. It's a, when you're so busy romanticizing the industry and you see all the awards and the nominations and this or that and the other, but the whole shebang, the totality, but to actually, get a glimpse into